Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. As promised, this is the second check-in video. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some things that you might have already looked at, but they're really key to being successful in this class. Of course, law and ethics, as you've already heard, is very important. It's going to be important for your career in healthcare because you want to make sure that you understand the law behind many of the rules that you see, and also at the same time, we also have to be ethically sound in the decision making that we have, not just in patient care, but how we treat others when I'm talking caregivers. So there's a lot of great information in the textbook that you're really going to enjoy. So be sure to take a look at all the information that I've gathered over the period of time that I've been teaching this, and make sure you take a look at the textbook in depth. So of course, I'm going to navigate, and you're going to look a little bit different than I do because you're not going to see course management down here. I'm going to hide that for you, but that's an instructor view. But if you take a look at on the left side, the course syllabus, or of course we've already talked about that, but I want to pull up really quickly again the course schedule so we can take a look at that together. We talked about this week being an extended week, but just a reminder, your review questions are not due until the 17th of December. And then we have another set of review questions in week 2, which we'll talk about later, that's going to be due mid-week. So after that, we have the holiday break, right? So we really only have 2 modules until we really get started. But what I wanted to point out was when we get down to the week 7 section, we're going to have an exam, and then our next thing that's due is our legal research project, and we've talked about that a lot. That's going to be due up in February. So we got quite a bit of time, but it's always good to start thinking about, hey, what do I want to research on the legal side of things? What do I want to explore? What do I want to take a look at? And you want to start thinking about what interests you in law and ethics. So think about that in relation to healthcare. That's a little bit about the course schedule, but you're going to see some interesting developments. Review questions are going to be due for the first couple of weeks, and then when we jump into end of January, we're going to have also a lecture question, which is a discussion post that we do together. So some cool information in here. Be sure to take a look at it, and I hope that from that standpoint, you understand it as well. I'm going to open the course syllabus here for a second to go over that. So the course syllabus is pretty standard. It lists all the information needed in regards to the class, how many hours, how many credit hours, the book, my name as an instructor, some of the course requirements. The biggest thing that I want to really stress in this course, you have to get your work done on time. Do your work well, do it on time, especially those review questions, and then you'll be all set. Now the review questions, and I've talked to a couple of you about this already, the review questions you can do 2 times, so you have 2 chances. They're not meant to be a quiz per se, like a pop quiz. They're meant to help you study for the exams that'll come up. So if you want to take it again, just retake it or let me know if you're having issues with that. The one thing that I wanted to highlight, the method of evaluation is really important in this class. So you have a few things. You have your first and second exam, so they're each 15%. Your review questions over the period of the semester are also 15%. Your PPS score, like did you submit your work on time? Were you really prompt about doing things? Did you do your discussion posts that we have in the future well? That kind of stuff is 10% of your grade. Your final exam is a big chunk, 30% of your grade, and then your paper and presentation, your legal research paper and presentation are 15% of your grade. So that's the majority that I wanted to look at in regards to the syllabus. You can also look at the course objectives when you have time, but we're not going to stress over that right now. Navigate back to the course, just a reminder, when we go over to the main course content section, I do have office hours if you're interested in that. If you have questions, happy to connect with you. Again, I've talked about the community forum. If you have questions in there, throw a question. I'm happy to answer. So far, we don't have any. Watch this video. Start on legal research early. That's really what I was talking about in regards to that paper and presentation. Be sure to do that. You also have a folder which is available right now which talks about legal research and some of the information needed in order to be successful, just the instructions. But however, in a few weeks, I think it's week 4, we go into APA one-on-one. That's when we really dig into, hey, how do I research? How do I come up with the information needed to be successful in this paper? All right, so make sure you take a look at all the information in Module 1. Make sure you watch all the videos. Of course, you do the review questions by the 17th, and then we'll be good to go. That's all for Chapter 1, Module 1. If you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you in any way, and I look forward to your success in this class. Thanks so much.